Good afternoon, lacrosse fans, and welcome to the Q Center in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. Today's action between the Westshore Bears hosting the Campbell River Ravens. I am Nathan Chiasson, and beside me on color is Connor Warniak.
Hey Nate, how's it going?
Officials doing a quick check of the nets before we start. Two sponsors for today's stream are Jess Patterson Wealth Management and Chason Nutrition and Fitness. You'll hear more about them throughout today's game. right, with the anthem concluding, we're ready to start our lacrosse game here. Our officials today are Jason Surtuck and Nico Bodwin. Connor, let's talk quickly about Keith's success. Let's start with their home team, the Westshore Bears.
I think tonight is to keep the ball moving, keep the pace high, and their Campbell River seems a bit short on numbers. Just especially spread the floor and keep them moving, tire them out by the second, third period.
What about our Campbell River Ravens visiting?
Kind of the opposite. You want to slow down, don't waste 30s. I think ball control is hugely important for Campbell River. They're not going to get a lot of looks. They need to really work hard and take the ball, keep it, look for opportunities. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a David versus Goliath situation, I think.
Totally agree. With the 8-second count, it's going to be a challenge, especially if the Bears decide they want to press. We might see a lot of 8-second count whistles out here, right? So
yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interested to see what Westshore is going to do as far as, are they going to full court press or kind of let Campbell River run the ball up and just let their natural talent and skill take over.
Yeah. All right, and with that, we're ready for our first draw. And a quick whistle, and we're going to go Westshore ball. And they're off. The ball moves back to the right side shooter. Cross to the center streaker. Can't quite handle it, and the ball goes loose behind the River net. The Campbell River goalie will scoop that ball up. Starting for Campbell River, number 1, Eric Forbes. Forbes looks deep to the change. One pass, and they're over half.
That will be an advantage for Campbell River with the goalie using the small stick there. He's going to be able to get lots of nice, easy outlet passes.
And just like that, possession goes the other way with the back over. Yeah, I totally agree. If you can get that ball slung, especially with these nice tall ceilings in here,
absolutely,
right, you can get that ball moving pretty quick here. And Westshore drives towards the net on the left side. Through the center shot. Misses. A backhand attempt on the rebound. Saved and put to the side by Forbes. Westshore retains for a second possession here. Let's see what they can do the second set. Down right. Moves over top. Looks to the pick center. Couple pump fakes. Post. There'll be no back over on the shot. And the Westshore goalie starting Tyree will scoop that up. And a third possession for the Bears. Ball moves top right to the shooter. Side right on the boards. 24 for the Bears. Looks to make a couple moves. Off balance. Campbell River plays shot cross side. Save by Forbes. Campbell River picks it up in the loose and they're breaking out. Good pressure from the Bears right away.
It's that full court pressure we were talking about earlier.
That's right. And you get a couple guys in their back feet. The Bears will slow it down here with 24 on their shot clock. Look for the cross crease pass. Can't quite handle that. Top left shooter. Streaks in. Shot. Again, Forbes is there. Campbell River looks to break out, and a press continues. And the Westshore Bears will retain possession as they bring it in. A pick on the left shooter. Streaks in. Good back check from the stick there from Campbell River. Ball loose in the middle. Shot. Reset's called. Full 30 for the Bears. Ball side right. Moves to the far left. Low left. Back to the top center. 22 for the Bears. Looks for the shot. Ball's intercepted. We will have a back over call. Play the advantage. Campbell River now on a partial breakaway. Pulls out. Looks for his teammates to change. Pressure continues from the Bears, even in the D zone. And the Westshore Bears pick it up. That's number 4. Ball's loose. Back over is signaled. The whistle's there. We'll go Campbell River ball. Number 14 for Campbell River. Tyler Wingert with the ball. Moves to the far left side. We have a delayed foul here. And there's an illegal substitution. There are 6 players on the floor for Campbell River.
That is a backbreaker for your first possession of the game.
Especially when you work so hard to get it, right?
Yeah. I like the aggressiveness of Campbell River on defense already. I like they're playing pretty high. They're playing pretty aggressive. And they basically have played 2.5 minutes of defense, and they get their first full set and have too many men right away. That is a pretty big mental error.
Yeah. So our first penalty game at 17-17 in the first period. It'll be a 2-minute for illegal substitution. Westshore penalty. Let's Let's see what they can do with an extra little bit of space in the middle here. Westshore moves to the top left, across to the top right, crease right, back to the top right, top center, back to the crease. And they're moving it pretty well around here. Moving it outside. Shot clock at 10 seconds. Shot outside and scores! The replay here, we just see the ball moving, and they just take that nice outside shot, and they find the hole between the goalie's legs. And with that, we're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse.
That is the downside of using that small stick. Unless you're kind of tracking the ball and catching it, it's a lot harder to get those low shots.
You can't rely on that big kind of woody triangle to stop that ball for you.
No crutch.
Yeah,
I know all too well. Using
Connor
the
here
woody.
is an all-star goalie in his past days. And Westshore picks the ball up and continues down on offense. Loose in the center. Westshore does manage to wrangle the ball. Off to the top left shooter. It's still loose. And it's no back over called by the official. It'll still be Westshore ball with 10 seconds on their shot clock. 8-second does start once they get that ball in the zone. Westshore moves it behind the net. Looks to the top left shooter. Shot. Forbes again, able to eat that up and gets a whistle. Slings it out to center to his teammate number 14. Campbell River will attempt an offensive set here. Westshore with good pressure though, playing way out. Shot from outside. Reed with the save. Campbell River retains for a second set here. Number 3, couple face dodges. Westshore denying anything outside. Ball moves to the far right side low. Backs in, looks for his teammate up high. Shot clock, 12 seconds, and intercepted by the Westshore Bears, and they're off. A one-on-one breakaway. Oh, a quick swim move. One pump, and the reset's called. Big save by Forbes.
Looked like through the crease there.
Potentially. Westshore moves it outside. 24 drives. A couple pump fakes. Big save by Reeves, and the ball makes its way in the net.
Unfortunate. Wow.
That's a bit of a heartbreaker there for Reeves, or for Forbes, sorry.
Would like to give a shout out to current Senior B Shamrock and former Campbell River Raven alum Nolan Morrison, who's tuning in on the stream today.
Nice.
Just finished his senior year down in college at Davidson Elkins, and I think he's excited to get the box lacrosse season back underway.
There we go. Just heads up, we will be doing as much streaming as we can this season, so we'll be looking at the Tier 1 Shamrocks, the Junior A Shamrocks, and the Senior B Shamrocks. Great contact behind the net by the Campbell River team. And that 8-second count is winding down. They got about, and a whistle. And a bit of soft contact after the whistle. And it looks like the official will signal a rough. And it'll be a Campbell River power play with 15:03 left in the first.
A little bit of undiscipline from the Westshore player there. Hopefully give Campbell River a chance to get back into this game. They had a couple good looks on their limited sets. Seems to be some individual skill on the offensive end for Campbell River. So
yeah. I mean, it is kind of the name of the game in this Tier 2 league, right? The emotions run high. And we'll see if both teams can kind of keep it under the hood here as the game continues. Campbell removes the ball, and unfortunately pass is dropped, and Westshore will retain. Good pressure, though, right away. He manages to dump the Westshore player. And we're going to call a handball on black, so it'll be Campbell River possession. Ball starts top left, 14. That's Tyler Wingert again. Moves it across, top right. Walks around to the top center, looking for a pass. Off to the top left there. Good contact, good pressure from the short man here for Westshore. 10 seconds on the shot clock now for Campbell River. And as it winds down, we will have a whistle and a shot clock violation. Campbell River right away ready to press. Unfortunately, one pass, and Westshore is out of their zone.
Are you going box and one here on the short?
Yeah, they've had good pressure so far, so a double is not out of the question, but it's a lot of space in this arena.
It's a huge surface. I think if the ball goes low, I don't mind a double, but when it's up high like that, it's too easy to get a break.
They
and
do get a shot
just
off,
like
and
that.
they put it in the net. Unfortunate.
And that would be the danger of pressing high.
The crease guy's a little alone down there,
Yeah.
and it just takes one or two steps, and you're in front of the goalie, right?
And as a goalie, you can see it kind of happening before it happens, and you're like,
Yeah, you
this
just
guy's
hope
gonna
you're
get beat
there.
and that guy's open.
Yeah. Now, as a goaltender, I always equate goaltenders to the quarterbacks in lacrosse, right? They're the ones running your defense. So if your goaltender is loud and proud, you know he's got his head screwed on right?
Exactly, yeah. They should be communicating what they want to do before they even the game even starts.
The Bears win the draw. They're off again on an offensive set, shorthanded. A shot attempt miss. Ball loose on the far right boards. Westshore will continue with 22 seconds in their penalty. Ball moves far left. Ball moves to center to 2-2 shot. Saved by Forbes. Westshore with another full 30 here. Good double from Campbell River. Just can't quite squeeze him on the boards, though. And Westshore will have their man out in about 2 seconds. Campbell River retains possession here, and they're breaking out. Pressure from Westshore, though. Ooh, an errant pass. Can't quite find his teammate there. Ball bounces loose. Looks like it'll be a Westshore possession as they break out. Back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Ball moves to the far left side. We're keeping it high for now. Looking to get their numbers on the floor. A lot of space in the middle for Westshore. Quick dump up top. A couple moves. Shot through off of Campbell River foot. The tip is called no back over with 5 seconds on the shot clock for Westshore. The dump from Reeves. We'll have a buzzer, a whistle, and a Campbell River possession. No pressure this time as all the offense found changes. 2-5. Joel Fisher looks to move the ball far right side. Shot deep. Can't quite find the net. And the back over is signaled. We'll have Westshore possession deep in the Campbell River zone.
Nice scoop up there by referee Nico.
Westshore moves the ball up out of the blue line. 2-2. Far left to their captain. Gets a good screen, runs through. Thinks twice about it, moves back to the center, top right. Good pass inside, unfortunately not quite on target. Ball loose behind the goalie. And we will have possession with Forbes as he looks to break out. Looks deep to his changer, he's wide open. Can't quite make the pass, and Reeves will scoop it up for Westshore. Bit of a hook in the stick. We're still counting Westshore breakout here. Westshore comes down 3-on-2. One quick pass, shot, and scores. Oh, and a late hit there. The official will call him for that. So we will start Westshore possession. Campbell penalty at 11:08 of the first period. Score 4-0 in Westshore favor.
Kind of looked like Campbell River goalie was a little bit down before it was even shot, and it still snuck in. Be dangerous to play that style going down so early.
The butterfly drop.
Yeah, just hang on to it and shoot high.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, fortunately he guessed right, but it still snuck through.
Yeah, it went just kind of around him there, right? So, shot outside post, and it will run down the boards. And 10 seconds. We're calling a reset there off the post, correct? And Westshore will keep the ball with a full 30.
22 to 24 for Westshore. Inside shot.
What a
Forbes again
save.
with a good shoulder save. Ball moves top right here with 2-2. Cross left to the captain. Cross left to 2-4. Shot outside. Post on the bounce shot. And out of bounds. Westshore retains. Oh, ball starts side left. Up to the top center. Little backhand pass. Top right. Looks low. Cree shot. Again, Forbes is there. Westshore moves the ball top. Shot outside. Forbes able to soak that one up. And looks for a breakout. Goes deep right away. Finds the streaking changer, number 20. That's Nathan Sutter. Looks pass across. Wide open man. Westshore Campbell River looking for the net. Reset's called. Goalie gets a tip there. Reeves streaks out. Campbell River player looking for any sort of assistance out here. As he streaks towards the net, wrong side, but he gets the reset called. And Westshore will break out with 8 seconds on their power play. Shot deep, saved. Some after the shot pushing. Goalie looks deep again. Forbes finds 2-2. Can't quite hit him in the stick, unfortunately. And the ball is going back and forth. And Westshore gains the zone. 2-2 in center. Shot saved by Forbes again.
He's keeping his team in it right now. He's playing lights out.
Absolutely. An attempt, a little dump pass. A good streak to the net. Defense played right well there. Forbes again. Getting that ball to center. No issue. As long as his players are there, he'll get that ball there.
Now's the time to settle if you're Campbell River. Get a full 30 here. Give your D a break.
Almost to center. Westshore gets a good shot on net there, but Reeves is there to stop it. And good pressure from Campbell River right away. Another shot attempt. Stuck in Reeves' pads. We'll go right away. Westshore breaks out. It's like a 2-on-1. Great deep. What a hit. Right open floor. That's what you want to see. That's the spark you need. And a little bit of post whistle pushing. We're going to go Campbell River ball on the restart.
It's a big clean hit. It's a kind of a suicide pass right there. If I'm 23 black, I'm pretty upset at that pass.
That's not something you want to see from your team, right?
No.
Don't hang guys out. And almost a shot on net and into the back net there from Campbell River goalie Forbes. So Westshore will again have their set here. 15 seconds on the shot clock at 7:33 in the first period. Good screen on the left side. Looks to the center. Cutter. Shot. And a goal. Great two-man game right there.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Westshore's 5th goal of the game. 7:27 in the first.
I will say I like that non-call on that hit there.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of game management calls you want to see,
Yeah.
right? Like,
it wasn't egregious. He obviously wasn't trying to hurt the
no,
guy.
and he stayed on his feet. He hit him square in the shoulders. That's what you want to see as a fan, right? You want to see those nice hits. Great save there by Reeves as it kind of comes through for Campbell River. Quick breakout though, number 6 for Westshore. That's Spencer McDonald. And Westshore looks to get their guys on the floor before they attempt to go to the net. 15 on their shot clock. Again, working that two-man game. Shot low. The crease is called. Campbell River ball.
Can't be having 4 guys run directly to the bench for Campbell River there because I think they're relying a bit too much on the goaltenders.
Yeah, I agree.
outlet.
You leave it high and dry, especially when the press is there, right?
Yeah.
You're just waiting for one guy to kind of get pinned, and then it's all bad news from there. Good pressure there from the D. Good screen to get him loose.
He's open on the dump
Yeah.
there.
Good shot from top. Reeves is there to save. Campbell River gets it back on the rebound. Another shot, low save from Reeves that time. Kicks the foot out.
A little bit of a pushback by the Ravens here. I like
That's
it.
what you want to see. A little bit of spark, right? Maybe that contact is just what you need out here. It's 2-5. Joel Fisher working the ball. Moves up to number 19. Back at the top center. Heavy D from Westshore here. Not letting anything go for free. Reeves will scoop that up and look to break out right away. Number 17, Hayden Cardinal will break the ball up. Westshore move the ball off to the right shooter there. Surveys. Looking for his cutters. And good contact. We will have an interference call. Campbell River ball. At 5:46 of the first. Again, the press from Westshore here, you know, it works when it works, and when it doesn't, now you got to have two extra guys.
Yeah, a little bit of an odd man break.
Yeah. Good thing for them, the Westshore. Oh, we have a delayed penalty here. And we'll have 6 on 5 as the goalie finds the bench. Westshore takes the shot and gets the ball. We have a cross-checking call.
Yeah, away from the ball there. This is how Campbell River gets back in the game with Westshore taking some penalties.
Absolutely, right? A little momentum swing. That's
Yeah.
number 6, Spencer McDonald for the Westshore Bears.
They've had, you know, I know it's 5-0, but Campbell River's had some good looks, and Ty Reeves been
Absolutely,
making
right? Like,
some solid saves.
they just got to get Reeves moving side to side, and, you know, you'll find the back of that net eventually. So the thing is, Westshore is playing this tight defense. They're getting a lot of opportunities outside, like such.
Big block there.
Yeah. Campbell River moves the ball top center. Top left there. A lot of space there. Takes the shot. Unfortunately finds the logo. And a second attempt. Hard angle.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a bit of an interference there.
That's the second time those two have been tangled up.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye on those two. We'll see if it continues throughout the game here. Westshore breaks out on the shorthand now. Minute 22 in their penalty at 4:42 in the first period. Westshore player is streaking down to the corner here. Double is imminent from Campbell River.
Yeah, this is when you want to double here.
Absolutely. Right on the
Back
boards.
to
The
the
ball's
net,
loose.
ball's in the corner.
Yeah.
Little extra shot there.
And there they go. They get the ball. The official gives them the help with the whistle, and there they go. They got a minute left in their power play. Let's see what they can do. Maybe get a quick goal here if they're lucky. However, moves the ball around up top, off to the right side. Surveying, looking for his team to start their feet moving. And a save from Reeves as he sees it all day. And the breakout. Oh, couldn't quite get that second bounce to his player, unfortunately. Campbell River will retain as they spin into the zone. Number 25, Joel Fisher, brings the ball in and looks for a change. Now with 14, Tyler Wingert off to the top center. And a shot outside right into the goalie's stick. Reeves again there. Soak that one. And Reeves breaks out to number 10, Ryan Maskilak. Looks through his players, streaking to the center, but there are two Campbell River players in the way. Campbell River will recover the ball with 3 seconds on their power play. We are a 5-on-5 lacrosse. And Westshore is off with a 3-on-2, but no rush to the net. And good pressure on the boards from Campbell River. Good screen from Westshore there. Top center, 12 comes in, shot. Finds the top netting, unfortunately. And whistle here. Shouldn't count River ball.
Undisciplined penalties back-to-back for Westshore there. It's keeping Campbell River in the game.
And a slashing call on 17. That's Hayden Cardinal. Was that an off-whistle penalty?
Yeah, after the play had been blown dead, he just gave him a little extra chop.
Those are just unfortunate, right? Especially as a coaching staff, that's the last thing you want to see is the play's gone.
And, you know, he's a senior player. He's wearing a letter, and it's
Yep.
also right in front of the official.
Yeah.
Like he's going to call it 10 out of 10 times.
Yep. You're not doing yourself any favors, right? That's at 2:50 in the first period. Pass through center. Oh, good attempt. Good look. Just can't quite handle it. The back over signal is given, and it'll be Westshore ball. See what they can do shorthanded. Campbell River does give them a lot of space. That's might be their downfall out here. They play quite tight and high. And the double comes, and Westshore does manage to get to net. Shot, and scores!
That's the dangers of forcing low right there. No slide. There's no help call from the goalie or, the defenders on the opposite post. Not really having their head on a swivel, and Captain Will Perry just gets to split the double and go in for an easy finish.
Yeah, it's kind of what they teach you on that Pee Wee bantam lacrosse. You know about closing the gate, right? You stay square to the boards.
Absolutely, yeah.
You got to go horizontal, right? As soon as you open those hips, that's an easy entry for that offensive player. Good draw from both teams here as the ball squirts to the Westshore defensive end. Westshore will pick up the ball and break out. 2:35 remaining in the first.
And for me, it's just a simple, they're obviously outskilled, so I would just play box and one all the time.
Yeah, you're not here to force the ball too much.
Exactly, right. And they only got 30 seconds. Not like they can kill the whole penalty anymore.
Yep. Let those outside shots come and maybe leak a guy, right?
Yeah.
Like your goalie can sling that ball.
And the goalie's been playing well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You rely on Forbes. Oh, Campbell River moves the ball across. Can't quite handle it low. 2-5. Shot outside. Goalie just gets a glove on the outside there. It's good possession shot there from Campbell River. Moves it to the top right. Lateral boards on the right there. Shot outside low to low. Goalie sees it all day. And Westshore will break out. Fortunately televised, so Campbell River sees it. Shot and given right back to Reeves. Reeves has a second attempt. 8-second count is winding down, and they manage to get over. Westshore still shorthanded for the next 23 seconds. And 24 streaks in. Oh, what a goal after a couple nice fakes.
It's the same thing again. I mean, Campbell River coaching staff's gonna have to make a hard boxing one on the raggers there, on the chasers, I guess.
Yeah, it might be some in between period coaching there for the shorthand staff.
But that's what, two goals, 3 goals maybe shorthand?
Yeah, I would say that Westshore is playing better when there's less guys on the floor.
So much more space for the individual skill and speed to take over.
And that's what these teams are all about, right? They're all about using that speed, over your skill in this level. And Campbell River retains out the face-off. Streaks towards net. Bounces off one play. Looks at the cross pass. Shot. But Reeves is there. And Westshore will break out. And Westshore comes out of the box. Quickly picks up the ball. We're in our last minute of the first period. Good stick check from Campbell River as they get the ball back.
Strip. Here. Need some support here.
Yeah, and a bit of a yard sale, and the ball will be loose. And we're still counting 8 here for Campbell River. And there's our whistle. Westshore with 44 seconds in the period. Let's see if they can continue their momentum going into the break. Good pick there. Shot from top, and it squeaks through. That is their 8th goal of the period for Westshore at 34 seconds.
It's rough that Campbell River doesn't have a second goal just to give this guy a little bit of a break, get a pseudo timeout for your team.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not against a timeout at this point, right? Let's have a chat. You get 2 per game. A lot of teams usually end the game with 2 timeouts in their pocket anyways, so. And a pass going to nobody, but Westshore's there changing, and they're lucky to get it. 15 seconds in the first period remaining. An isolated dodge from the far left side. Pass across. Shot outside. No tip, so we'll have a back over whistle with 2.3 left in the first period. Let's see if Campbell River can get a nice quality shot with 2 seconds remaining. Shot outside. Reeves wasn't quite ready, but managed to make the save. And that's the end of our first period. We'll have a 10-minute intermission, and we'll see you back here.
All right, we'll read a couple ads here while we're waiting for our game to start. First, we have Jess Patterson Wealth Management. They're a leading financial service company in Canada that offers a range of investment, insurance, and financial planning solutions. Their business model is to help individuals achieve their financial goals. Using a team of experienced financial advisors and a comprehensive approach to financial planning, Jess Patterson Wealth Management is committed to helping clients build, manage, and protect their wealth. Contact them today to learn more about how they can help you achieve your financial success. Jess Patterson Wealth Management. And as our teams return to the floor, we'll talk about a couple of things worked and what didn't work for the last period there, Connor.
I think Westshore pressing the ball gave Campbell River a whole lot of trouble. The individual skill is a bit higher for the Bears, and they've recognized that, and they're kind of a few of the D guys for Campbell River don't really want the ball, it seems, so they've been taking advantage. But for Campbell River, they had limited offensive sets, but I really thought that they were getting to their spots. You know, they weren't really getting the ball. You know, they hit the logo of Tyree a couple times. They've put in the stick, but they're getting to their spots and they're getting good looks. So this game could easily be 8-4.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
8-5. So I think if I'm the coach of Campbell River, I'm just saying, hey, you know, I know the score looks bad, but we're playing a good game, and we just got to keep grinding.
The score doesn't quite reflect the game.
Yeah,
we're seeing out
absolutely.
here, right? Yeah.
And you got to have that mentality, right? It doesn't matter what the score is.
Yeah, absolutely, right? And like, you know, you keep playing hard, you keep the physicality, you keep your legs moving, and you never know, right? You get a couple lucky breaks. And with our whistle, we'll have Campbell River on the draw, and they're going to go down. Number 2 up to the top right there. And the assistant looks to come through the cutter, looks them off. And we have an interference call. We're going to go Westshore ball. Bit of a heavy pick there in the back.
Yeah. I don't mind it. First set of the period, see where the line is.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's, you got to let the official know, hey, this is how I want to play. You let me know if it's too much. Campbell River gets the ball off the missed pass. Quick double from Westshore on the boards. And that 8 seconds is counting.
Gotta dump it. Gotta get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
And a whistle will come just before the red line. And Westshore will come back on offense. Westshore moves it to the sideboards on the right side. Screens come. And a quick dump pass off. Top center for Westshore. Looking to set the screen. And a delayed call here on Campbell River. So Reeves will find the bench, and we'll have a 6th attacker. With 5 seconds on the shot clock here for Westshore. And loose ball. And a whistle. Number 2 for Westshore was slow to recover there, Dylan Hamilton.
He got tangled up there on the ground. Looked like someone landed on his leg.
Yeah, it's unfortunate out here.
That concrete is no joke.
Yeah, the official will call 2 for slashing. Yep, the turf and even the wood floors, you know, they're very forgiving to the body out here, right? This concrete, it's a hard jarring to those joints.
I'm not a fan of the wood floor as a goalie just because when you go down, it's very slippery and
yeah.
the dead spots on the floor with the
sure.
ball. But
yeah.
players,
maybe
they seem
Queens
to love
Park
it.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Burnaby as well.
2 minutes slashing there at 18:53 of the second. And a quick shot from Westshore. Forbes there to eat it up. And there's a quick fake, and then he dumps it out, and he can't quite find his mark. Westshore will pick up that loose ball and have a full set here. Minute and a half on their power play. 2-4 Leland Vince moves the ball low. Back up top to the shooter.
We'll keep it on that lefty hand side. Ball gets loose. Campbell with good pressure. Kills a few extra seconds. Westshore turns. Attempted backhand. Can't quite find the net though. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Shot outside. Save. Forbes again. And a re-entry is called on Campbell River.
Good heads-up play by Westshore to push him back in the crease.
Right, yeah. Can't tiptoe that cylinder too much around here. They got a minute in their power play. Westshore moves it low on the left side. Back to the shooter up top. Back to the shooter. Top center. Steps in shot. Forbes again with the save from outside. Looks right into the middle. Can't quite finish. Ball moves to the back of the net. Top center shot outside. No contact with the goalie there. Streaks in. Can't quite find the net. Oh, the reset is called. But the shot clock will continue to clock down. And shot there. 2-6. Will Perrier for Westshore. The power play goal at 17:21. Face-off goes towards the defensive end of the Westshore Bears. Campbell River will pick that loose ball up, and they'll have an offensive set here. Ball high right, moves it far left side. Streaker coming in. Looks for the crease guy. Can't quite handle the pass, though. Good pressure from Campbell River. Good contact. And we got 3-on-1 here. And the ball is loose. We're still counting 8 for Westshore, and we have a Westshore player on the ground. And the referee's time is called for an injury. And looks like we'll have a penalty on the play.
I didn't see where he fell there, but you can hear quite a bit of distress.
Yeah, another awkward fall on the concrete, maybe. It's hard to say, right? It was a good triple on the boards.
I don't know if there was a penalty called there. I think I saw referee motioning, back to your benches.
Yeah, potentially.
They're going to have a chat about it.
Yeah. And we'll see the captains come in and have a listen and see what the officials want to say. Looks like number 19, that's Cale McKee for Westshore. Gets up, and we're all happy that he's walking on his own 2 feet here. The officials will deliberate if they want to put anyone in the box. This will be a 23 on the shot clock on the injury timeout. That's 16:54 of the second period. 9-0 for Westshore. See if Campbell River gets some energy here. Maybe pop a quick goal and get some momentum.
Yeah, work the ball around a little bit. You got a shorter shot clock, but still plenty of time.
And we have a delayed call on the lead official. Looks like the stick got up high. Both hands up for both officials. So Forbes will find the bench. We'll have a 6th attacker for Campbell River.
Oh.
And they can't quite handle the ball. It's still loose. We were waiting for possession. So we'll continue. Pass across. Reset's called. So we'll have a second set here.
A little bit of luck and also a heads-up play by the Campbell River shooter.
Ball moves up top to the shooter. Shot.
Nice save.
And we'll continue Campbell River ball if they keep possession. And there will be the whistle for the delay call. And that is Tanner McKee for Westshore. He will serve. We have 2 fouls on the play. Tanner McKee at number 11, Armin Sohi. Slashing and slashing. So we'll have 5-on-3 lacrosse. A lot of space for Campbell River to work around here.
Are you a proponent of the 4-on-3 with the guy at the top, especially with the over and back rule? If you're on offense there?
Absolutely. You want to have that safety net. It's not a bad idea, especially if you're looking to rip the ball outside, right?
Stop the fast break.
Yeah.
And on the defensive side, as a goalie, I prefer the 2 guys high, 1 guy low.
Yeah, let those shooters kind of be blocked out and work that crease.
But that guy who's low really has to work hard to let that opposite skip down to the crease.
Yeah, you almost have your strongest short man guy low,
Because then if Ty can't step out, if he's worried about that opposite skip.
Yeah, he's going to have to hug those crease and that goal line pretty tight around here.
2 minutes for slashing each. The time is 16:10.
As Campbell River moves the ball pretty efficiently here. They can't quite make that one pass to the shooter, but they do manage to keep it up. Shot tight on the crease. It's a good rebound for Campbell River and a full reset. Always across the crease. Oh, Reeves is there. Quick across with the save. And Campbell River with the heads-up play just to push it to their outside guy. They'll have a full 30 again.
It was a healthy chop there by 2-7.
Yeah.
Don't mind it.
And a good crease pass there. Again, Reeves is there to make the stop. Same guy, same attempt. Can't quite wrangle that one in. 22 seconds on the shot clock. No rush here for Campbell River. Good screen up top. Good attempt on the crease. Reeves is there. And the whistle goes as the ball pops out.
Got to find a way to penetrate that.
Absolutely. You got to come around, right? You got to step up. Yeah. You know, maybe Westshore's kind of got him a little intimidated on that crease there.
Possibly, yeah.
You gotta put the body in there.
And then, that's the shot that Ty and the short man wants to give up.
All day,
right?
yeah. Get that crease hard angle, right?
No angle. If it goes in, it's a low percentage.
Yeah. And with 10 seconds on the shot clock, Westshore shoots it from outside. They get the rebound on a second attempt. And a push called from the trail official. We're going to go Westshore ball. 25 seconds on both those penalties at 14:35 the second. Westshore works the ball laterally on the boards and gets doubled from Campbell River. Triple comes, and the third man backs off. A pass cross. 2-7 streaks in shot. Reeves pushes it aside, and Campbell River picks up that loose ball, and they're off with a 2-on-2. With a quick spin and a back stick check from Westshore there. And we're 5-on-5 at 14 minutes left in the second. Campbell River moves it up to the shooter on the right side. Streaks across through the double. Makes it through. Shot. Saved by Reeves. That's what you want to see, the penetration we were talking about.
Absolutely, yeah. You wish you would have saw that in the man up.
Ball is loose with a bit of pressure from the defense. Pops to the center loose. Campbell River picks it up. A good push there from Westshore. And we are still counting on Campbell River's clock here. And Campbell River picks it up, 18, streaks across. Finds a hole, has a shot off. Reeves is there.
Nice save. Good step to the ball.
So we want to see use those angles, right?
Exactly, right.
Beat that ball before it does anything.
He's having a tough time passing tonight, though.
Yeah, his stick needs a bit of work there. Maybe his coach can help him restring.
He's helped me plenty of times.
Westshore brings the ball in on the far left side. Moves up to number 19. That's Cale McKee. We have all three McKees on the floor today. And Forbes will eat that one up from deep. Looks deep right away for a pass. And this is the fast break period with the long bench. And Westshore will pick up that errant pass and they'll move into the zone. Westshore heavy and hot with their legs, which you'd like to see. You want to see them nice and quick on that transition. 19 across to the other shooter, the captain. Shot. No reset called, so no shot on the keeper. Ball bounces out to the top right. Shot deep. Goalie gets a shoulder on it. And Westshore will retain that for another set. Ball top center. Moves off to the top left. Walks it up to the top center. Looks for a hole. Shot outside. Forbes is there. Eat that one up for a whistle. And Forbes looks deep, and there are no great players in the zone to receive that pass.
That's just being tired now, right? Shorter bench on defense a lot. Yeah. Need to work on the breakout a little bit.
And the ball is loose.
Don't take a penalty here.
Counting 8 for Westshore.
Good pressure.
Ball. It's good pressure from Campbell River there. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Campbell River moves the ball. Moves it off to the far right side.
Too many.
And a foul for legal substitution.
That is unfortunate.
And it's at 11-36, and there's a second foul for slashing as well. So we'll be 5-on-3, Westshore penalty. As the official signals a slash and another 2 for illegal substitution. Reminder, you can be penalized for offense and defense now for having too many players on the floor.
At all times, yeah. That'll be quite the change, I think.
Yeah, we did have it in a previous game this week where we had offense, too many men in the last 2 minutes of a third period. Now, as a defensive team, that is a penalty shot.
Yeah.
As the offensive team, that is time served. As the official calls for a reset here, Westshore will go to work with a lot of extra space. And a shot outside. Forbes is there to put the arm on it. Westshore will retain for a second set. And a shot outside as he steps in. Forbes again. And Forbes will scoop it up and look deep to a streaker. And Westshore will pick that ball up on the bouncing pass and moves it quickly into the zone 3-on-1. Good stick work from Campbell River, and they pick up the loose ball, and they're breaking out. Good pressure there from Campbell River. They got a double now on, looking for a triple. Ball squirts loose. Westshore picks it up. And the man all alone down low finds the streaker coming in. And that's a minute 5 left on both those penalties for Campbell River. Ball moves low, and a shot score. Great ball work from Westshore there.
It's looking like run time now.
And we moved into running time, so the clock will continue to run until this game finishes.
Is that a newer rule to Junior B?
It is a senior rule for all senior leagues.
Really?
All leagues run stop time until we have a 10-goal spread, and then we run time until the game ends. Even if Campbell River comes back and wins this game, we will be run time until the end.
That was definitely not called in Senior B all year last year.
I cannot comment on how Senior B runs. Westshore moves the ball in the center. It's a good look to the streaker. And Campbell River remains short, only one goal, taking one penalty off. And the shot outside, Forbes is there again. Forbes looks for a breakout, and he looks for the man coming out of the penalty box. He finds the corner, and the upper net will be Westshore ball deep in their defensive zone. 9:25 remaining in the second. Westshore breaks out, no pressure, and the official calls all even, 5-on-5. Westshore moves the ball top center with their captain, Will Perrier. Perrier moves it across to the shooter. A little sideways pass shot. Forbes is there again. And Campbell River there to pick up the loose ball in the shot. And he breaks out. Streaks past 2. And can't quite continue to the net. And Westshore will pick the ball up and break out with a deep errant pass. And Campbell River number 2, Selkirk Thompson, will break out up to number 18. Hildebrand, couple pump fakes. Can't quite find the net, unfortunately.
One too many fakes, I think, there.
Yeah. It hits the banner. It will be Westshore ball. And Westshore quick up the floor. 17 goes straight to the net and finds a post. And Westshore 16 will look for the 10. Will look for the loose ball. Tanner McKee, and a back over is signaled and blown down.
Seen a last couple shifts for Westshore, a little bit of fishing for calls from the officials, and
yeah, in a 10-goal game, you know, you should probably just play the game at this point, right?
right.
The officials are here to manage the game. They're not here to, you know, influence it too much.
they've also called everything that should have been a penalty.
Absolutely, right?
You know what I mean? Like
They've kept that heavy, hard stuff, you know, under control. They've let the good hits go, is what you want to see, right? Campbell picks up that loose pass there. Looks to break out. And Westshore intercepts number 24. That's Leland Vince. He backs out, waits for his team to take the floor. As he evades his defender on the top right. Moves it across to the top left. Number 10, Ryan Vasila, can't quite rein that in. And we have a delayed call. And a trip. And that'll be on number 24, Westshore, Leland Vince. And a timeout called from Westshore. Boys, we get an ad read in here. Chase On Nutrition and Fitness offers personalized coaching both in person and online. Their experienced trainers will work with you to create a customized fitness program that fits your goals and lifestyle. Chase On Nutrition and Fitness. A reminder, our next stream will be Tuesday with the VILL, that's Senior C for the uninitiated. We will have 2 games streaming, 7:30 and 9 o'clock. Tune in for more Island Lacrosse. Seven minutes remaining in the second period. 10-0 for Westshore.
For the ice just coming out, it seems a relatively sticky floor.
Compared to what we saw at Save-On a week or two ago, yeah, it is much better in terms of safety.
Yeah, our senior B team had a practice there on Thursday night, and it was, we just didn't even run any contact because it was still absolutely
slick,
very slippery.
So I've been told that it's like some sort of permafrost that is still evaporating out of the concrete. Now, don't quote me on that, but that's what I've been told. So Westshore will be on the short man. Campbell River on the power play. And they can't quite get their passes together, and Westshore's off on a breakaway. Number 17, Hayden Cardinal. No fake, quick shot, and a goal. Forbes can't quite make the save.
I would have liked to see from go for the body instead of the ball there. Even if you get an interference, you negate a breakaway.
At least, slow him down, right?
Impede his movement a little bit because he just went for the stick and ball, and
that's what happens. We see at higher levels, it's stick, then body, right? The body contact is always there regardless.
Yeah.
The stick is there as a deterrent for the ball, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So. And it might be a fatigue thing, right? We're just throwing the stick out. As the ball pops out of the face-off, loose. Good battle on the boards, and Campbell River will pick it up. Good pressure here from Westshore. Ball moves low, can't quite get it. He does get off the boards. Campbell River on their power play here. Let's see if they can move the ball.
4 lefties out there.
They will overload the left-handed side. Screen comes, good screen. Turns the defender. Ball low. They have roughly 5 seconds on the shot clock. A shot towards net, and Reeves will pick that up and dump it out. 17, Hayden Cardinal now up the floor again, the assistant. And he looks for a pass to the bench as the change comes. And Westshore will play shorthanded for the next 10 seconds. With 5:09 remaining. Quick drive to net. 2 good pump fakes, but unfortunately, he shoots the same side he fakes. And a foul called for a slash on Campbell River.
Yeah, when he got beat towards the net, he just kind of went for a desperation slash and got the Westshore player in the top of the head.
Yeah. Again, just what we talked about, right? The stick contact is not going to work for you. The body has to be first in this sport, right? That's number 25, Joel Fisher from Campbell River. Sorry, 26, Austin Johnson, sitting 2. And Westshore 24 will come out of the box, and we'll have a power play for Westshore. With 4:28 remaining in the second. Ball moves top center. Quick to the crease. Shot. Reset's called from the official. Full 30 for Westshore. As they move the ball outside. Low. Up to the shooter. Across to the other shooter. Quick face dodge. Goes to the net. But Forbes is there to keep that ball up. 24 can't quite pick it up, and Campbell River is off towards the net. And a good attempt and a half dive, but Reeves is there to push it aside. And Westshore is quickly back up the floor. The ball is loose on an attempted pass, and Campbell River will pick it up. Ball still loose. Westshore will scoop it up there. 10 seconds on their shot clock for Westshore. As they move it low left side. A shot, hard angle. Forbes is there to put that one aside. And Campbell River now will be... There's a Westshore penalty for trip. Number 10, Ryan Masalik. As he asks for clarification from the official, and the official says, you cannot trip him.
Referee's going to call that every time.
Pretty blatant, obvious open floor.
Yeah, I don't know what number 10 had. His case there was pretty weak.
Yeah. And most times when you do decide to have a conversation, the referee says, no, thank you. And Campbell streaks towards the net on a good pass. Shot.
Oh.
Can't quite find the net. And
He had him leaning the wrong way.
Unfortunately, yeah. You know, as the goalie moves, those legs open up.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And the back over is called and will be Westshore on the shorthand now as Campbell River's player comes out of the box. And we'll see what kind of pressure Campbell River puts on out here. And a heavy screen. One official calls interference. The other will call a foul for cross-check. I agree with the cross-check call there, Connor. We see full extension on the numbers as an offensive player.
I'm okay with either, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't mind the possession or the penalty.
Yeah.
In an 11-0 game, it's probably safer to call.
I think a good game management call at an 11-0 game, right? You don't need to set picks like that, right?
Safe than sorry. It doesn't open the door for more.
Yeah,
those type
right.
of plays,
You keep your status quo is what they want to see. A great ball movement from Campbell River. Unfortunately, Reeves is there.
Great save.
And Reeves looks out. He does make a good pass time, but he can't quite connect. And the ball will bounce into the Campbell River D zone, and they will pick up the ball for a set. 1:28 remaining in the second period. Campbell River on a 5-on-3 power play. Campbell River at the top center. Looks to the crease low. Up to the shooter. Good screen cover. Shot attempt. Goalie's there again, though. Cross again. Can't quite wrangle it in. Ball's loose top. Off a Westshore stick outside. And an interference call will be Westshore ball. Westshore 17 moving the ball well. Hayden Cardinal moves it off to number 6. Spencer McDonald shot. Forbes is there to make the save. Ball squeaks out. Still loose, and Westshore will retain with 39 seconds remaining in the second period. They are shorthanded for another 40 seconds. And a delayed call on Campbell River. Shot outside. Attempted, and a good rebound as the official wrangles the two players in the corner. That goal at 20 seconds in the second period remaining. And the official letting everyone know that he wants to hear none of it. The clock will run for the end of the period. And a 5-minute high stick call. Number 18, Adohin Hildebrandt. And we will have a 10-minute intermission, and we will be back. Don't go anywhere. And a little hot stuff there at the end, Connor, but
A little bit of extracurriculars. There was a late high stick in the behind the net there, and then a little bit
off ball.
A little bit of chatting. Yeah.
I think that's a great 5 call, honestly, right? Again, we talked about game management. That's a game management call right there, right?
Absolutely.
return to the floor for our third period. We'll do a couple little highlights. Both goalies, I think, excuse me, need a highlight here. If it wasn't for Forbes on Campbell River, we would have easily doubled the score out here, Connor.
Yeah, he's been playing as well as you could ask. I mean, I've been in these games where you're down by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And you just gotta, this is when you stay just mentally tough.
Yeah.
Keep your boys in it because, you know, as a runner, you can kind of, you know, maybe play at 80% when it's games like this, you're kind of out of it. But as a goalie, if you're even at 99%, it's glaring, it's obvious. So
yeah, all of a sudden you're not moving,
Yeah,
right? You don't care.
you're not going for the extra push.
And then his opposite, Reeves over there, you know, you don't want to jinx him, but he's got the goose egg going over here.
Yeah, it's almost equally as impressive because when you're not getting a lot of work, you're not into the game either,
Yeah,
right?
you get a little lackadaisical.
Yeah, you're cold, your sweat is not, you know, you're not a part of it. So
Yeah.
for him to be making saves like he has been, I mean, it shows a lot of mental fortitude as well.
Absolutely right, and like he's been tested. There's been some quality shots on him,
Yeah.
and he's been
Couple
there to meet them.
breakaways.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's played well. They both have played incredibly well.
and Campbell River will wait right till the buzzer to find their spots.
That 5-minute high stick is going to be quite tough to overcome.
Yeah, that's number 18, Ado and Hildebrand. And we'll see if the teams can keep it together in this third period. As the Westshore staff are the last to take the floor here. And we are ready for our third period opening draw. And then early, we're going to go Westshore ball.
Not how you want to start.
Nope. Get a little jittery, right? The nerves kind of get to you, and that happens. Time to play good D here. We are even for 0 seconds, then we're back to power play for Westshore. This will be a long shorthand for Campbell River. A shot from outside right to the goalie's logo, and Forbes will eat that one up.
That's the shot you want to face early in the period,
Absolutely.
right?
Get that confidence right back to 100. Unfortunately, the pass can't quite get there, and Westshore will come back down. And the settle is signaled from his teammates. As 2-2, Oliver LaPlante will set it up for Westshore. Ball moves from the shooter back to center to LaPlante. LaPlante shot, again, in the logo. And Forbes is there. And it looks deep. And a possible shot on net. It does work out almost, as 25, Joel Fisher almost collected that off the boards. Fisher moves the ball top center. Shot outside deep. Finds the top left corner and scores. The captain, 2-6, Will Perrier with the...
Third of the night.
Yeah, start throwing your hats, folks.
Minimum.
That is 1 goal off the major foul. So the player and the team will continue to be shorthanded. That is at 18:40 of the third period.
Could Armand Sohi's parents please report to the front check-in table where you purchase your tickets? Armand Sohi's parents, please report to the ticket table. Thank you.
Saw Armand in between periods there, and I think don't want to speculate, but he was in a sling.
So injury there, yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to him. He said he took a slash and his arm just went numb. So.
Yeah, that's kind of the downside of this game out here, right? The sticks are heavy and the checks are hard, and the speed is fast, right? So.
And everyone's playing for keeps. Doesn't matter what the score is.
That's right, yeah. That's why we love senior lacrosse, right? It's hard, it's fast.
Respectful as well, though.
Yeah. And Westshore will move the ball on the outside on the left shooter, number 10. And he comes around, and he dumps off to his teammate there. Continuing left side, back to top center at 2-2. 2-2 looks for the outside shot. The reset's called, and it finds the outside mesh. They'll continue possession for Westshore. 17:24 of the third. Reminder, the clock is running now with our goal spread.
Penalty is off the score clock.
It's off the clock, but it will continue to be sitting there.
I was gonna say you should have about 2 minutes left.
It started right at the 20-minute mark, so it should be right at 2 minutes at 17. An interference call there. We will go Westshore ball.
That is too many. Oh,
and the shot
It-
and out of bounds.
Is-
And Campbell is playing with 5.
so is it? I'm confused.
So we did have 2 goals, correct,
there 2
Connor?
goals?
We had 2 goals, so then Campbell River's team will go back to full
Oh, okay.
strength.
I thought there
The
was only
player will sit his full
Yeah.
5 plus a whistle.
I must have missed a goal.
It was a quick bang bang,
Yeah.
yes. And a foul there on Westshore.
You don't like to see offensive penalties.
I can only assume some sort of crease play. And the official calls handball. And we will be 5-on-4 for Campbell River. 16:05 remaining in the third period here at the Q Center in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. Home of the Victoria Shamrocks. And Campbell moves the ball deep to the left end, back to the shooter. Deep left shot attempt. Reeves is there, push it outside.
Here's penalty number 10.
And Westshore chasing that loose ball, and they do collect it, and they are off towards the net. Number 12 for Westshore bounces off. We will have a whistle for crease play, and Campbell River will retain the ball. Number 12, Colby London on the breakaway. Cannot quite finish as great pressure from behind from Campbell River. Campbell River looks to set up their shorthanded offense. Sorry, they are on the power play, yes. Ball moves left side. Shot. Defender soaks that ball, and Westshore picked the ball up. And can't quite connect the pass to the teammate, and Forbes will collect that ball. Forbes looks deep to his teammate, but unfortunately it's a pass to Reeves.
He had number 25 there for an easier outlet, but he elected to go for the long bomb.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking to kind of do anything you can out here, number 18 for Westshore comes in, shoots and scores. And Westshore finds the cutter streaking through the center and is able to bear.
I'm noticing a bit of a trend from the Campbell River goalie there, Forbes. He likes to go down on that one knee on his stick side, and obviously they've solved him 14 times, but it looks like they're kind of waiting for that and putting her up high now.
Yeah, just one quick pump low, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
he's got that whole upper shelf looking empty, right? So,
Yeah, almost every shot.
yeah. And we are back to 5-on-5 lacrosse as number 10 for Westshore, Ryan Masalik, will come out of the box. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Westshore. 24, drive to the net, shot. Forbes puts it outside, and Campbell River collects the rebound. And Campbell River is off. A good pass, 14 shot outside. Quick butt end save there from Reeves. And a good screen behind the net from the goalie. And Westshore moves the ball up, no pressure. 19, Cale McKee with the ball on the far right side. And he will dump it off to 2-2. That is Olivier LaPlante. Looks for the streaker inside. Backhand attempt. Goal! The captain for Westshore with a pretty behind the back. That's 2-6. Will Perrier with the cut, pass, behind the back finish at 12:55 of the third. And Westshore will pick that ball up off the draw. Westshore moves on the right side, looking for cutters. Looks to the crease guy on the right side. Number 2-4 for Westshore. Spins away from his defender. Runs that ball top. Shot up top. Reset is called as Forbes makes the low toe save.
Nice glove save. Good step.
Yeah, great pressure from Westshore on the breakout, but Campbell River is able to continue through. Great effort from the 27 there. That's Bailey Fleming. That's what you want to see in these kind of games, right? You want to see those guys grinding it out,
Absolutely.
right? A little bit of pride on the line out here. Great pass, not quite a good shot, but what a great cut and pass. And the tip is called no back over, but the shot clock will go. And it'll be Westshore ball in the Campbell River zone. With the 11:42 remaining in the third. The captain for Westshore, the assistant, moves it across number 6, back to number 6. Spencer McDonald, back to the shooter, top left. Shooter has a quick pump, back to 2-2. Can't quite handle the pass. Good pressure from Campbell River. 2-2 picks it back up. Back to the left shooter. Quick inside fake. He takes a high hit. A shot, and Forbes keeps it out. And will continue play with no whistle as Forbes picks the ball up and looks for a deep cutter. And a pass to Reeves. We'll call a shot on it from the goalie.
Goalie to goalie.
And Westshore will break the ball out. Oh, almost a big stretch catch there. He does manage to collect it. Westshore moves up to the top right shooter. Keeps it on the right side. Cross left. The shot's being called for. Westshore number 12 dumps it off. And we'll continue Campbell River ball as we play on. And he continues on. Shot, score! Number 19 from Campbell River. That's Colin Kelly with Campbell River's first goal of the night at 10:20 of the third.
You love to see it.
Absolutely. Hometown fans, visiting fans. You know, for that goalie, unfortunately, there goes your shutout, but all you can do is blame the offensive team. In our third period, it is sponsored by Just Patterson Wealth Management. They are a leading financial advisory firm for over 95 years of experience in helping Canadians achieve their financial goals. With a team of dedicated financial advisors, Just Patterson Wealth Management offers personalized solutions to help clients navigate through every stage of their financial journey. Just Patterson Wealth Management. Campbell River towards the net and shot saved by Reeves. Some good defense here from Westshore. A shot again. Reeves is able to put the glove onto it and get a whistle for possession. Westshore will break out of the zone. Not much pressure from Campbell River. I would expect that with a short bench. Just go a set, get your set.
A little bit of conservation mode.
Yeah. Campbell with a heavy man-on-man presence on defense, and a shot missed. The back over is signaled, and a whistle for
Almost a straight lock-off on the boards there.
Yeah, which is not a bad idea. I mean, as long as you don't let that man burn you inside. Problem is you leave your teammates pretty helpless if they get burned.
Yeah,
So
very
little
risky.
risk-reward out here. But no attempt, no reason not to try it out at this point in the game. 8:40 left in the third. Campbell River streaking towards a cross. And he runs a full lap around the net before missing his pass. Good effort to keep the ball by number 20 there.
We got a bit of an odd man rush here. Oh,
Good towards the net. Good attempt. Shot. Saved by Reeves. Hard angle, though.
got his lefty shooter there.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see the pass to the lefty shooter.
And a big outlet from Westshore. Shot. Cross to the
Nice
goalie.
save.
There. Save it. And an odd man rush from Westshore again. A shot. A reset is called for another save. And Campbell River will break out. And good double from Westshore there. Just great contact right on the chest. The Westshore defender just holding him in place until his teammate came off the bench. So Westshore will play with a couple extra seconds. The official will have the official on his shot clock on his count. Westshore moves the ball top to the streaker in the center. Captain picks up the ball, moves it across number 6, shot. And Forbes is there to eat that ball for a whistle. And Forbes looks to the bench side for Campbell River.
Got the easy outlet to the corner there. forcing it a little bit. I
Yeah.
understand 15-1 game, but not helping out his defense
Yeah,
very much.
you're playing a lot of defense when you give the ball back to the other team. So, and the 8-second count is there.
Good press, though. Get another opportunity.
Westshore getting a little sort of nervous hands there as they see defenders come towards them. When in doubt, use your feet. Still good pressure from the D for Westshore there, but it's a 3-on-1. And a possession call for Westshore here. 6:45 remaining in the third period. So Westshore brings it into the zone. Moves it top center. And runs it down to the right side, lateral of the boards. Up to his teammate at the shooter on the right side. Runs it across, sees his teammate streaking across half. A screen is set. Number 2 penetrates, can't quite find the net though. And good hard D from Campbell River out of here. Shot, score! 24 for Westshore Bears. Leland Vince. 6:15 of the third period.
Hit him with the twister. Not too many guys in this league can pull off a shot like that.
That's right, especially under pressure, right on the backside too. That's what you like to see, right? That's to see that skill kind of shine through.
Wrong side of the floor as well.
And a good draw at center. The ball squeaks towards the benches there. And Campbell River will pick that ball up and they'll be off. And a good no-look pass behind the back. A shot. Misses the net, unfortunately. And a whistle. The top official will take both players. Soft gabbing back and forth. And the official just tells the Westshore player to leave the game. That's number 20 from Campbell River, Nathan Sutter. And number 15 for Westshore, Ryder McKee. So the player will leave with a 10-minute misconduct. And we'll continue Campbell River ball 5-on-5 as both those minor penalties will cancel each other out. A new rule this year to senior lacrosse. I, for one, enjoy it. It's very nice to just have two players sit and we'll play full 5-on-5.
I agree, yeah.
It's good for the game, I agree.
What I saw was the Westshore player was a bit upset with what he perceived as a non-call interference. And then he finished his check quite hard at the boards after the ball was gone, and the Campbell River player turned around and gave him a decent shot.
Yeah,
and
a little retaliation.
You know, I think it's fair to call them both. I mean, both are infractions, and then getting a little too animated in the penalty box gets you out of the game. Especially in a 16-1 game.
This circles right back to our game management, right?
Yeah.
You know, the referees are not trying to have fights start in the last 5 minutes of the game here, so you might as well just sit down and think about what you did for 2 minutes. Campbell will move the ball quite well, and we have a moving screen here, so we'll be Westshore ball with 3:35 remaining in the third. Westshore 2-2 drives the net through two players, pump, and a big save by Forbes there. Forbes still in this game, even with 3.5 left in the third period. And Westshore has a good breakout. Number 12 with the ball now. That's Brandon Babcock. Moves it up top center. Number 19, Colin Kelly. On the left side, looking for his team to set screens. It's a good screen there. Pass across, bounce pass low. Shot top center. Can't quite find the net. And they will retain with 2 seconds on the shot clock. And the buzzer will play the advantage. Westshore 7 streaks, but Campbell was there with the D. Spins inside. Shot. Push towards the goalie. The goal is called on the play, and the official is in there quickly to relieve any stress post-goal. You look like we're going to take a Campbell River player for that.
Yeah, classic hitting your guy into the goalie and then getting upset that he hit the goalie.
Yeah.
as a goalie, I'm more upset with my defender than I am with the
Absolutely.
offender.
The offensive player rolled on 2 of your defenders,
Yeah.
and then you throw the offensive player into you. Yeah, not very nice as a goalie.
Quite upsetting because you're in a very vulnerable position with your knees.
Those knees don't bend that way when you hit down there.
absolutely not. My knees barely bend the right way, so.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 17-1 for the Westshore Bears. A power play to finish the game off here for Westshore. And a reminder, we'll be streaming Tuesday and Thursday this week. VIL action, Senior C.
Possibly Sunday as well.
Possibly next week. We'll see how the schedule goes. And a cross-crease pass saved by Forbes. Westshore continues to put the pressure on. And another cut and pass and shot from Westshore, but Forbes again is there. Ball top right with 18. Moves it down to the right side. Reset's called. And I get an extra couple of seconds here for Westshore. Minute 20 left in the third period here. Far left side. Top center. Shot low to low. Can't find the net, and it's out of bounds. Campbell River ball with just over a minute left in the third period.
At the conclusion of today's game, all Bears parents and guardians are
And Westshore wrangles the ball.
manager of the Bears at the upper
A minute left in the third period.
Again, upon completion of the game, all Bears parents and guardians to meet with the manager up at the ticket table.
Bears move the ball to the left side. Bears step in shot. Back over is signaled. And out of bounds. We'll have Campbell River possession with 35 seconds remaining. We'd like to thank our other sponsor for this stream, that is Chason Nutrition and Fitness Coaching. With their proven methods, you'll learn how to streamline your efforts, prioritize your tasks, and achieve your goals with greater ease and efficiency than ever before. Chason Nutrition and Fitness. Work smarter, not harder. And Reeves makes the save of the game there with 18 left. He can't quite get the pass out as his stick hooks hard towards the bench. And Campbell River will have one more attempt here towards the net. And a back over is not there with Westshore touching the ball last. And that is our ball game. And with that, Westshore wins their first game at the Q Center of the 2023 lacrosse season. I'd like to thank both our sponsors, Jess Patterson Wealth Management and Chason Nutrition and Fitness. Thank our production team, and thank you for the fans.